Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Factories of the Future webinar. This webinar is brought to you by African Business Network under the West African Food Processing and Logistics Project with support of the Delegation of German Industry and Commerce in Ghana and the Delegation of German Industry and Commerce in Nigeria. The Delegation of German Industry and Commerce in Ghana and Nigeria are part of the worldwide AHK German Chamber Network at 140 locations in 92 countries around the world. The goal of AHK Ghana and Nigeria is to sustainably enhance the economic activities between Ghana, Germany, Nigeria, and other West African countries. This webinar is aimed at introducing West Africa's food processing sector to the modern ways of smart and green factories. Kindly note the following. This webinar is being recorded for documentation and future use. All microphones have been muted to avoid distractions. If you have a question while the speaker is presenting, you can write your question in the comment section and it will be addressed at the appropriate time. During questions and answer session, if you have a question, kindly click the hand icon and wait to be called before unmuting yourself. And when you are done with your submission, kindly mute yourself. At this point, we'll take a welcome address from Stephanie Simon, the Head of Competence Center, Private Sector Development and Projects at the Delegation of German Industry and Commerce in Ghana.
Thank you very much, Mami Fwa, and welcome to everyone. I can see the number of attendees still going up, which is really nice to see and shows that this seems to be a topic that is indeed something that is necessary to address. The more we are happy to have Mr. Falkenstein, the Managing Director and owner of Falkenstein Project Management amongst us, who will be talking about the factories of the future. Mami Fwa mentioned it already. This is an initiative that we had the possibility to work with in Ghana and Nigeria under the Business Network Africa, the Federal Ministry of Economic Affairs and Energy. This is a project we've been following for the last 2 years. We started in Ghana. We've expanded it to Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, and also Nigeria. And yes, I don't want to take too much of the precious time, hand over to Mr. Falkenstein at this point for the presentation, and I hope you have a very interesting webinar. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ms. Mami Fwa and Ms. Simon, for your welcome words. I want to thank you, the organization team of the Delegation of German Industry in Ghana and Nigeria, to organize this webinar today. And I will welcome all participants from the food industry from Ghana and Nigeria. Our today's topic is the factories of the future, smart factories, green factories, especially for the poultry, meat and dairy industry. My name is Christian Falkenstein. I'm the owner of Falkenstein Project Management, and I want to talk to you today regarding the factories of the future. First, I will show you some examples who are different kind of production factories. It is a digital factory from Siemens. You see it's a 100% digitalized factory. The Adidas Speed Factory, you will produce shoes individual by online sale. And Precision Factory, you have 100% automatization, robotic in precision fields, as well as Green Factory. You use the energy CO2 neutral to 100%, as well as Nano Factories. It's a container version from Unilever, and the Gigafactory from Tesla, built at present in Germany, in Berlin, to produce electro cars. Global innovations in our meaning is the field of the factory planning, the digitalization and sustainability. Today we have the food industry, the digitalization, the smart, and the green. What is the situation on the world? We will grow till 2030 for 8.5 million people, and we will have less land to feed these people from 2,200 square meters to 2,000 square meters in the year 2030. The forecast of the population shows us that in the year 2100, we have 4 times more people living in Africa. So Africa, you can see all over the world, is this continent who will have the most development and growing in people, much more than Asia or any other country, continent. Here are some topics you see in the meat consumption. We have in Australia, New Zealand, and North America the most meat-eating people, and we have in Africa the less. And you can imagine if in Africa the development, the people will eat more meat in the future, what it means for the agriculture and meat and food industry. Other examples shows us how many population of the animals will grow. You see that the poultry will more than doubled to the year 2050. And the other charts show us the land use per kilogram of food production. So we have the lamb as the number 1 and beef as number 2. It means beef who is not the dairy, it means the meat beef. As well as the water consumption of animal growing. Number 1 is beef from the dairy, and 2 and 3 is the lamb and the pig meat production. Today we will introduce you some food factories from the food sector. We will look for meat, for the poultry, and for the dairy. I will show you short a little video about our office.
Welcome to Falkenstein Architects and Engineers, expert general planners of complex construction projects for the meat and food industry. More than 50 employees work for Falkenstein Architects and Engineers, a company with a proud history stretching back almost 50 years, and with more than 300 successfully completed projects under its belt in Germany and abroad. Facilities in which food is produced are particularly challenging because their design requires broad knowledge of fields such as architecture, engineering and technology. All 3 of these are equally important planning disciplines which merge completely in the projects, which is why Falkenstein harmonizes and coordinates them under a single roof. A specialized team of architects, engineers and technologists takes care of all phases of your project, right from the first consultation and intensive planning through to the turnkey delivery of your project, deploying all their expertise and experience to resolve special construction details and integrate innovative food processing technologies. Material, production and personnel flows are the key factors in the planning. Each room must be carefully designed to meet its particular functional requirements and to ensure that its assignment and facilities comply with international hygiene regulations. Extension options are included in the basic concept, allowing the premises to be expanded without operations being affected. Falkenstein has its own building technology department, which enables it to reduce costs by optimizing energy consumption levels in your production facility. It does this based on energy studies that analyze and evaluate the current situation, before drawing up and presenting concrete solutions for reducing operating costs. It pays to draw upon specialist expertise when planning a meat or food processing facility. Falkenstein Architects and Engineers, partners in successful building projects. Your partner for successful building projects.
Yes, our office is based in South Germany. We have different branches. First, the factory planning. Then we do also the green factory technology and the smart factory services. As well, we have an academy to train in different kind of services, especially for hygiene. You see here, we do the architecture, the media planning, and the technology, as well as the project management on the building side, all for meat and the food industry. Here are some examples from different food factories from the architecture. The food processing is one of our key know-how fields. We can design every kind of food production, if it's juice, if it's vegetable, if it is fruits. And today we speak about the meat business. Meat business means slaughtering, cutting, sausage production, convenience, ready meals. And the poultry processing technology, it means for turkey, for chicken, or for ducks. And the dairy processing we do for milk, for cheese and yogurts. As well, we are doing the technical equipment. It means heating, sanitary, ventilation, for cooling and for electricity. A big subject is the hygiene. Our clients want to export their products normally, and we have international standards for EU, for USTR, and for other countries, but as well for the national hygiene permission. It means laboratory planning, it means cleaning, it means also with coronavirus now ventilation to get a 100% free corona air. Then we also are involved in farm design. It means what you can think about the energy, the biogas, photovoltaic, feed mills, the animal growing. We are doing the factory planning worldwide. And I will show you some projects we realized. This is a project who is done dairy and poultry in one plant, and they have synergies in the middle. They have administration they use for both plants. They have storage they use for both plants in the energy center, as well as a wastewater treatment plant. So there are two different plants. One is for poultry, one is for dairy, but using similar and synergy building parts. This is a project we realized in Brazil. It is a greenfield project. They slaughter poultry and pigs and produce over 1,000 tons a day sausage. You can see the feed mill in the ground and also the animals in the surrounding of 10 kilometers. Here, a new project we realize at the moment in China. It's for CP Group to produce pig meat. Some projects producing salads and vegetables in frozen or fresh. Here a cattle slaughterhouse with 140 cattle in an hour slaughtering in Bavaria. They have a specialty in the stable who is for the animal welfare, have done a lot with new technologies. Here a halal slaughterhouse in Turkey for the company Bolsa. It's for Turkey. And the new project we do for the European Union. This is a mobile container solution for producing juice. We use PEF, it's electropulsation, and Vakulik, it's a press. You can press apples and other fruits and vegetables without air, and so we have a better shelf life and a better color of the juices than with pasteurization or with pressure. Here a milk factory. We produce fresh milk. We produce cheese and yogurts in Croatia. It was an old factory. we rebuilt this factory to a new one. It was a textile factory, and we do implement a new dairy factory for the company Vindya in Croatia. Here in Saudi Arabia, for the company Nadek in the desert, to produce laban, milk, yogurts, juice, and creams and pudding. The future of the agriculture, it means that we, I told it before, that we have a growing of population, and we have less land to use. So especially in Africa, we have to fight with the climate change. And so we will use in the agriculture more and more digitalization. We will optimize to produce the products and have more and more knowledge about our earth and about everything to produce more in less place. Regarding the future of the food industry, we have a lot of topics. The main topic is that in the future we will get more and more automated processing lines. So the humans will only make the control and to look for a right process, but the machineries will make the process nearly 200%. New foods, new technologies. You know, we have some trends that we will look for lab meat. It means that we must not kill any animal in the future. We will create this meat in the lab, where we have also meat alternatives. Also in the dairy, we have alternatives like hanf, or we have in the moment of meat with meat alternatives. It means new technologies to do such products. You see the extruder, you see PEF, it means electropulsation. You see 3D printing, and you see new packaging solutions like Appeal. It's a natural packaging method. The factory of the future, in our opinion, runs by information. We get more and more sensors in the factories. We get more and more information, and we can, with the big data, we can analyze these data. We can make new developments and optimize the factories because of this new knowledge about the data. The factory of the future, I will show you some topics what we are involved in. It means automatization, robotics, digitalization. It means intralogistic, cloud solutions. We have a lot of sensors. We have energy resource efficiency, and many more topics who are new and who are under development. And in the end, we have a new industry, a new service fulfilling all these topics. In our opinion, human factor is very important. Human factor, it means education, it means knowledge. You can have the best technologies. If you have not the right people, the human factor, it's only the half. It means the communication also is very important under the people. They program the robots, they design and engineers. So for us, the human factor is as well very important to run and to develop the factory of the future. Digital infrastructure. To run a factory with digitalization and to use it as an optimum, you need the infrastructure. In Germany, we will build the 5G. In China, you have 80% of the whole country is 5G compatible. In Germany, we are in the beginning. And this means also the cybersecurity. You have a lot of possibilities for security problems. So this is a big issue, more and more, because everything is digitalized. The cloud computing is a big infrastructure topic because the data will grow unbelievable. And the software, as you know, aerospace systems or other systems will connect the factories inside, but also in working with branch offices or abroad. The sensors, the robotics, assistant systems, image processing, predictive maintenance is all connecting under one word, AI, artificial intelligence. It means that the machines will become more and more smart and will use this data getting from the sensors and will work with them and will optimize the processes. Here, this is a video I will show you short. It's a 100% automaticized slaughterhouse for lamb in Australia. Yes, you see what is possible in the meat industry. A new kind of planning for us is the BIM. It's Building Information and Modeling. The last years we plan every factory in 2D, and now we go more and more to 3D. The BIM is a 3D possibility to design the factories, and you have a lot of advantages. First, you can, as a client, you can walk through the factory before they is built. So in the planning stadium, you can walk to every room and see the technologies, as well as there you make less mistakes because you can see all the pipes, all the electricity, all the cooling, how that is not confronted with other parts of the building sector. So it's less mistakes on the building time. As well, you can use this system for facility management in the future. You can have live data from the data planning. You see here data planning layout. We show every part in the factory where there are used data. It's temperature, it's machine data, it's from personnel, and so it's more and more to our building plannings. We have data plannings. The aim is that you have your factory in your smartphone. So you have live data you can use every day. You see what you have produced, and every data you want have as a manager of a factory, you can get on your mobile if you install sensors or cameras. So this is all possible. The intralogistic is also a big part. You know, Amazon will build black warehouses. It means there is no light. There's also no people in. This is all automatized, doing by transport vehicles, driverless, and used intelligent floors. A big part of the new thinkings and new plannings of factories of the future is the CO2 neutral politics. You know, in the world we have a commitment that 2050 we will be CO2 free, and this means that especially on the factory part we need a lot of energy. We will do a lot to produce green energy and to collect energy and to use more and more energies from sun and wind, and to go out from coal and atomic. Here you see a green factory. It's more or less 100% CO2 neutral. This factory gets the energy from the sun, especially from the sun, but on winter time or in the night or when we have no sun, in Germany is much less sun than in Nigeria or in Ghana. They use also biogas, and they use also wood, the pellets, and with these three energy sources, they can run this factory. And they will collect steam and in water. To give up heat to a neighbor company. So if they have enough heat, especially from the machineries or from the BHKW, they send this additional heat to the neighborhood factory. In future, they will also use the electrical cars, the batteries, for collecting the energy. This is a factory who have all parts done for using the green energy, for collecting the green energy, and for producing the green energy. I have here a video, but it's more than 10 minutes. And as you see on the YouTube, you can write this address, and you can look it by your own. I will not show you now this video for over 10 minutes. It's in English. If you have want to get this address, you can give us also an email after the webinar. This is a very, we have in Germany now a court decision that we will be CO2 neutral to the year 2045. And this means a lot of pressure to our industry. We will make 6 times more wind energy and sun energy in the next future. And we are looking for signs for the hydrogen. In Germany, we have a lot of hope to this new technology. In the moment, it's too expensive, and especially the green hydrogen. But the science is doing good in the next years, and but it will cost a lot of money to look for new technologies to collect the green energy in this new technique. As well as we have a lot of science in the batteries. You know, in the automobile this is usable, but for the factories this is under development, and we will see in the next years what is possible to collect the green energy, especially in Germany from the wind. As well as mobile systems, the main problem in factories is always the heat, especially from the food industry, where we have a lot of additional heat, and we have systems that we can collect this heat with mobile trucks and bring it to other needed places, to households or to auto factories or to swimming pools. This is also some topics who are trends, and more as trends is the sustainability. You know, we have the Agenda 2030 and the European Green Deal. It means that in every part, if this is animal welfare, if this is circular economy or packaging, we are all in developments to optimize the food industry in different aspects. Yeah, these are some references of our office worldwide. We work in over 50 countries, and I hope that you enjoy the lecture and the webinar, and I can show you some trends and developments in the field of the factory planning, and I'm open to hear some questions from your side, and I hope to see each other perhaps next year on the exhibition Anuga Foodtech or IFA or in your countries. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Falkenstein. At this point, we'll be taking questions. Kindly use the raise hand icon there if you have a question, and I'll call you so that you ask the question. Thank you very much. You could as well type your question in the comment section.
I get a question on the chat. Are you going to send the presentation? Yes, it's possible. I saw one hand, Mr. Prince Manu Yeboah. You are unmuted. Now it's good.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, my name is Prince with Ropring Company Limited. We are into fruits and vegetables. I think the emphasis has been more on the meat and dairy. We have package for fruit and vegetable processing, drying, in terms of dehydration, and then also frozen. And maybe can you show us some of, if you have factories that are built in that regard, in terms of equipment and things like that?
Yes, we have done some projects in vegetables and fruits, also frozen. Perhaps if you can give your email and your contact address, I will introduce some of such projects, of such technologies, and I will come back then.
Okay, it will be good to get your contact, and then I'll do a follow-up, because we are putting up a project together in Ghana where we are looking at multi-purpose processing line for fruit and vegetables. So it'll be good to have your contact, and then
I write my email in the chat.
Mr. Nnamdi Oleka, can you please ask your question? Can you unmute yourself, Mr. Nnamdi Oleka, and ask your question? You can as well type your question in the comment section, Mr. Nnamdi, and it will be responded to. Mr. Parkinson, somebody asked exactly what solution Parkinson has for the Nigerian and Ghanaian markets. They want to know specific solutions that your company has for the market.
Yes, it always depends on, I show you now, I think the up-to-date of the world food industry, of the factories of the future. So it always depends on the products. We must know exactly which products you will produce, if you want this cooled, or you want it by cans, or you want it by frozen. And then we can show you the right technologies to producing such products, and which capacity you will produce. And we have some questions. We can send a questionnaire, and then we can work out the right technology advice. Some more questions? There was a question if our office have a branch in Ghana. In the moment, we have no branch in Ghana. We have a branch in Brazil, and this is our headquarters is in South Germany.
Okay, Mr. Parkinson, what does it take to implement such technology in West Africa? For the companies in West Africa?
Yes, can you repeat? I don't understand.
What does it take? Can we have a rough budget of how much it will cost for a technology of this sort to be to be done in West Africa?
Okay,
If a company is interested, what budget are we looking at?
you mean the budget, the costs of such technologies?
Yes.
Yes, it depends always. We must talk in individual. We must know. You see, there are from the technological standard is very important. So you can use a high standard. I show you a fully automated slaughter line, but there are other manual possibilities. So it's a wide range, and we cannot give you a budget like the costs. We must know a lot of questions to give you the right number. So it's always a first discussion. We make a questionnaire and we ask about everything to understand what you will produce, how are the circumstances, and then we can calculate the technology. Some more questions? So if somebody have a project or it's interesting in an issue I have introduced in my lecture, you can send us an email, and with your topics, we will answer, and we will advise you in the beginning. It's free of charge.
A question from Anthony. Are there financial options available for companies that may be interested in such technology?
I think there are possibilities. We must check for each country, but I think in Germany there are a lot of possibilities to support different kind of technology sales and other supporting possibilities in trainings or in doing business with German companies. Yes. Some more questions?
Yeah, we have another question.
Yeah, I think there's a question from Prince. Prince, you can use Google Chrome and just do the auto translate to English. It's asking how do you change language to English on your website. So I think if you use Google Chrome, that sorts that challenge for you. And there's another question around after sales. So in terms of maintenance after the commissioning of the factory or the installation, how do you go about after sales maintenance?
Yeah, it's depending on the companies. Our office is a service office. We are architects and engineers, and we work with tenders. And we are looking for the best prices and the best products for our clients. And we work with international machine producers. They have also branch in Africa, perhaps also in Nigeria. I'm sure that every company who are doing food processing have a branch in Nigeria. In Ghana, we must see. And so this is always then to manage with these companies who sell the machineries, because our office, we are architects and engineers, we don't sell machines. We make the contracts for our customers, and we look for after sale, but especially between our customers and the machine producers directly.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Christian Parkinson. Has Parkinson GmbH already constructed such a technology in other parts of Africa?
We have done some projects. We have in Kenya, we have on Madagascar and Burundi, but we have no branch in Africa in the moment.
Thank you.
Okay, good morning. What is the plan for the factory of the future on sustainability of these products and services that they are offering and are about to expand into a larger and global scale?
I don't understand, right? What are the topics of the factory of the future?
Yes, on the how the factory of the future intends to sustain these ideas and products and services that they are offering now and in the future.
If I can help clarify that a little bit, he meant what are the sustainability topics around this? Is sustainability factored into this sort of new technologies from your own point of view? What can you say about this technology and sustainability? I think you shared this slide on that.
Yeah, but I can give you a clear answer to this. In our opinion, we also have looked and developed the building stones of the smart factory, of the factory of the future. And for us, there are three main parts who will develop in the next years. First will be the data, the digitalization. Everything you will get data, and everything you will digitalize. The factory users will digitalize. So the future will be more and more automatic with robots, and you will use every data you can get to optimize your process. This is our meaning for point one. Point two is energy. Energy, the way is clear now. In Germany, 100%, in the world we will see. We will use green energy in the future. And it means that we will develop the sun and the wind energy more than we have used it in the last years. We'll go out from atomic, we will go out from coal. So we will use the green energy more and more. And the main important thing is how we can collect these energies. And the third is the resource efficiency, so that we will use what we do with the water, how we can get less water, what we do with packaging, with waste, what we are doing with medias to look for less costs for factory users. This, in our opinion, are these 3 points who will develop in the future the most. And for the building users, for the food companies, it's clear it's an innovation in their products to use more and more plant-based products, to create new products, and perhaps to specialize their factories, that they don't produce too much products, that they are specialized in some products and produce higher capacities. This, in our opinion, are the trends in the future.
Okay.
So any questions? If you have questions next days, you always can contact us. As you told you, we will get in contact with you, and we can have a discussion also on online and understand your ideas and your future goals.
Thank you very much, Mr. Parkinson. As Mr. Parkinson has said, if you have further questions, we'll put in our details in the chat very soon, and you can send those questions to the emails address that will be put in this session. We also like to reiterate that there'll be a French session at 11 a.m. for our Francophone counterparts and contact. We'll put that link also in the comment section, so you can kindly share that to your Francophone contact as well. Thank you very much for joining us, and we trust that this webinar has been very informative and impactful. This webinar was brought to you by African Business Network under the West African Food Processing and Logistics Project, with support from Delegation of German Industry and Commerce in Ghana and the Delegation of German Industry and Commerce in Nigeria. A special thanks to our partners, Enviacom and African Verein, the German African Business Association, as well as the African Business Network and the German Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Energy. Thank you very much, and we hope that we'll get more questions from you and it will be answered appropriately. Thank you for making time to join us for this webinar.